Good morning, everybody. It's Connie, and today I'm scrapbooking. I've got a couple of pages that I want to make, and I got a envelope in the mail yesterday. This is interesting. I ordered some envelopes and some dimensionals and just some little bees, and they came in the regular postal service mail. And I thought, okay, it's nice to not get that weird sticky packaging. They finally switched away from that after I had so much trouble. I just want to show you this before we get started. So if you're looking for normal A2 sized envelopes, the Stampin' Up! Carries them. They're called the white medium envelopes. The number is 159236. Please be careful because they also carry these little note card style ones, and it's very easy to order the wrong ones. So just know that they are the white medium envelopes, and I use these a lot. Steve brings me envelopes from work all the time, but he can't always get me A2 for some reason. I ordered more of those adorable little bees, and they're just so tiny and cute, and I just love them so much. So I just wanted to show you those. I may use those today too. All right, and then I wanted to show you that Stampin' Dimensionals are foam, and they're like kind of like the Close to My Heart thin foam. And so you get a lot. I ordered the combo assortment. And this one has the really tiny dimensionals and the larger dimensionals. And it's hard to show something to compare the size, but the tiny ones are very, very small, which is perfect for a lot of the things that we do. And so I just thought I'd show you that they come in black and white, and I prefer black almost always. It's a little harder to do the black or find little ones in black. Okay, let me show you what we're doing today. So Karen brought me this paper pack that is florals, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. What is wrong with me that I can't remember that? Boy, hold on a sec. It is in the mini, and it is near the front. Ah, look at that. Oh my gosh. It is called Delightful Wishes, and they have Floral Delight paper. There you go. It's 12 by 12. It's really nice. You get 12 sheets and basically 6 two-sided patterns, so a couple of each. And so she just sent me a few. I didn't want to order it because I don't use that much yellow. It is a challenge for me to use yellow. So I want to show you the patterns real quick. This one I love. It's like a tweedy burlap, and the back of it is this kind of bold yellow floral print, which I would probably never use. It's just, I would use cardstock more. I would like this side better. So, and then there's this little print. It almost looks like that stencil that, I used yesterday. I really like it. And the back is a real fine, all over random yellow print that I like. I actually really like that one. And I really like that it has a little bit of that teal color in it. Then there is the yellow carnation, and the back is green, which I love the green with this kit. And this one is interesting because it's got kind of a glacier blue background, which is a little hard to see. It almost looks gray on camera, but it's actually like this color, this color right here. I think it's Pool Party in the Stampin' Up! World. And I like that. And I think this print, I'll do another scrapbook page with it and on another day, because I really like I want to bring out those background colors. The back is this real fine yellow and green floral, kind of almost dotted print. So there's some really cool prints in there. And then she didn't send me the other two, but that's okay, because I started going through my papers. She did send me a couple of sheets of this color. I had to get out my ring, because trying to figure out what colors to use with, you know, with this set. I wanted to bring out a teal, okay? And I really like that. And then the yellow that's in it is called Crushed Curry, this one. And so I really like the pool party with this. However, it has like a grayish tone. I feel like when I use it, it brings it down. It kind of doesn't brighten it up. And so I wanted to go a little bolder. And I really like the Coastal Cabana and the Summer Splash with it, because it'll bring out kind of the summery colors that I think of with this paper. So that's what I'm using today. I'm going to use Coastal Cabana. I need something brighter. I also considered throwing in some brown, because look at that wood grain with it. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Hello, everybody. Look at that. Yeah, Fussy cut those flowers out. Yeah, go for it, Margie. When you get those cut out, you let me know. Oh my gosh. But I probably would need to, except that I bought the daffodil, I don't know what it's called. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? I bought the floral pack. Hold on. There. Oh, I usually have these out and ready. But I bought the Delightful Wishes because I really like the dies. And so since I used these dies, I went ahead and I did, just so you wouldn't have to watch me, I did cut out some flowers. And I did some of them in that like pool party type color, and some of them in like Coastal Cabana, and some in the Summer Splash kind of color. And so I just did a variety of them, thinking I'll figure something out. I also cut out a couple of circles, because I finally ended up thinking, I think I want to put black with it, which may be, yikes, too much. I don't know. And then I cut out a couple of tags. The tags come from that Christmas set, of all things. It's called Greetings of the Season, and it has all these different shapes that I really like. And I really, you know what, this tag, some of these, I think I'm gonna pull this out and use them until I'll use them until they retire, or, you know. And then of course the circles, those spotlight dies. Oh gosh, I use those like all the time. So I'm going to set that aside for a sec. And this I obviously am not using more of right now. I'll put it in reach. So today what I decided, since I wanted to make a 2-page spread, and I wanted to bring in that color, that, what's it called? Coastal Cabana, I think it's called. I'm just going to leave it out until I learn the names. I tell you what, these names are, for some reason, hard for me. I don't know why. But I really like the Coastal Cabana with this, and I really like the crushed curry. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna make, I went ahead and gutted paper. You can see the back, and I made it like 3 layers, and I want to play with this section here. One of the things that's so popular right now are like the fault line style layouts. And, you know, I think that I'll do that with this and pool party. I'll probably do that later with a different pack. So I'm going to set that aside. Since I'm going with black, I'm not sure I'm going to use this page, but I'm going to leave it out. I'm definitely going to use this one and this one. So I want to start with this one. Oh, Margie, you know what? I am not entirely sure. You know what? This this die right here, that's really funky. It really does look like one of the patterns, and I haven't actually put it together to see if it goes. So I'm not sure. I'll let you know. I'll try it later. I'll hold it up against it and try it. I don't have all the patterns, so that makes it harder to tell you for sure. Usually, I mean, that seems to be the MO, right? Stampin' Up! Has some pretty cool coordinating dies. I also want to use this Elements of Text because I love it, and it's going to be my most used stamp of this catalog, I'm sure. So the first thing I want to do is I kind of want to cut this down. It's a little busy. It's a lot of yellow. And what I thought about was making like corners. And then I was thinking maybe I need like a big corner here, an edge, more of an edge. So what I'm thinking is that I want it to start about here, not quite, maybe halfway up, and I want it to kind of stagger down to about 1 inch. So if I do that, I'll get 2 pieces out of here, and I'll be able to use it, you know, on both pages like mirror image. And so I definitely want to make sure that I get it the right size. So if I make this go up to here, I'm going to use my glass mat as my measurer. That would take it up to about 7 inches. And then if I take this down to about maybe 1.5 inches, to get a second one, I have to add 1.5 here. So I need to cut this at 8.5 inches and then chop it in half. So I'm going to go ahead and use my trimmer off camera here. I know that's annoying, but well, it's not going to fit in my trimmer. Of course it's not. I don't think it'll fit in this trimmer either. Let's see. I may have to cut it, which is not a big deal because I was thinking of ripping it anyway. But 7, 8.5. And then cutting it diagonal is what I was thinking. Put it at the like 1.5. Let's see if I can make this happen in this trimmer. This should be interesting, right? All right. Let's see how close I got. Oh, not bad. Not bad. I can make that happen. Ta-da. Okay, good enough. Good enough. The idea is that I just basically want a little pattern on each page, and I want to tear it. So I'm going to go ahead and so what's everybody got planned today? I am getting a little stir crazy in the house, and I need to get out. And so I told Steve's off today, and I'm like, dude, I gotta get out of here. I need to go somewhere. So cool, right? All right, let me cut this down a little bit. This measures 11 inches, so I have to cut an inch off. And I'm going to put it over here like that. And I'll put that over there like that. That'll give me a starting point with some color. And then what I want to do is make my photos go across the page. And since I kind of want to use black, I'm gonna have to cut that down, but I seriously thought about using this brown and making it go like across the page and putting black with it, making like black photo mats. Can't decide. So I kind of like that idea, but I'm not sure I have enough of this paper. If I had both sheets of it, I would definitely have enough of this paper, but I got to make it work. So I'm just going to chop it in half at 6. And I'm going to lay it out kind of where I want it, because I want it even across the page, right? So this one is, let me get I have these photo mats cut in white, and if I want to do one here and 2 here, and I have a 4, and I have a couple of 3x4s. I think I'll just put one there. I think that works. I can always use flip-flaps. I feel like I could do a combination of things here. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to kind of put this where I like it, meaning I'm gonna cut about 1 inch off of this one. And then I'll decide about that. And then this one, I'm perfectly fine with where that one's at. And that one measures about 10 inches. So this one I'm going to cut a couple of inches off. All right. Now the next thing I really need is I want to bring in some black, and I think I want a real fine black photo mat. I can't decide if I want black or teal, so let me grab my papers here so that we can try them out. So I could make my photo mats this kind of crushed curry gold color. Brings in more yellow. Or I could make them that Coastal Cabana color. Ah, that's nice. I may go with that. And then bring in the black in my extra. Or I can go with black. Any particular one stand out to you? Without seeing the black decorations on it, it's a little harder to decide. But I think I'm gonna go with the teal color, which means I need to cut some photo mats now. Now these photo mats are already cut 1/4 of an inch bigger, so my pictures are gonna have a white border. So I just need to cut these at 6.5 by 4.5. So that they will go behind the photos like this by making them, you know, a 1/2 inch large. Like these are 4.25 by 6.25. I like having double photo mats, you guys. And I really like when my photos don't have to be chopped down very much, because I'm getting better and better at taking pictures that fill the frame, and I forget sometimes to take pictures that can be cropped really easily. And so I'm making more of an attempt to do that. Okay, yeah. I'm liking that a lot. Okay. I think it's time to decorate a little bit, and I may even trim this down a little more. I think I need to trim this brown down. Okay, before I go any farther, let me attach these so I'm not dealing with lots of pieces. How's it going, Crystal? It sounds like that was a harrowing trip that you took. I'm like, I bet you're glad to be home. I'm sure you're glad to be home. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have not flown very much. I don't enjoy flying. It doesn't bother me. I'm not scared of it or anything. I just don't like the whole experience. I don't like the making the reservations. I don't like standing in line at the airport. I don't like any of it. I don't like any of it. I don't like the trapped feeling on the plane. You know, it's not good. All right. I'm gonna cut this one down. These circle dies are really, I just love them. And I've been using them on almost every page. And I think my plan will be to cut this in half and kind of like tuck it behind and use, you know, like a tag with it. Because the idea is to make like a little cluster of, yeah, I'm gonna just cut that in half. The idea is to make like a little, you know, little clusters of embellishments. The other thing that I got out was this punch. I haven't used this punch in ages, and I thought it would be kind of cool to use like a strip and make, I don't know. I have this extra of this color. I have no idea if this will look good or not. All I know is I think this punch makes a mess. I can't remember. We'll see. Let's try it out. I'm out of practice lining them up. It's been a while since I've used it, but remember these? These kind of punches like this. I'm always on the hunt for something kind of generic but interesting looking, you know? Yeah, messy. All these punches are messy. Okay. I think it will look really cool to have this kind of tucked behind like that. Oh, I like it. I don't know if it needs to go the whole distance or not, but I like that a lot. So I'm going to just cut that and we'll use that one there. And on this side, looks like I need to punch more. Of course I do, because nothing can be easy. I'm gonna do it off the side so I don't make a mess on my project again. Okay. And on this side, cut off the end. I think I'm gonna put it behind here. I'm just rolling with this, so nothing is getting glued down because I still want to create some spatters and things. And I want to put on a few flowers and stuff, but I really want to use that elements of text. So what I'm looking at right now is where I need some embellishment, right? So I'm looking at right up here, the top like 2 inches. Nothing down here is really gonna work. And down here, we've got about 3 inches at the bottom. So the top and bottom, maybe a little on this corner. Okay, so now I'm gonna just lift everything off. You're like, ah, but you just put it there. Let's hope I remember, right? Now I want to stamp and play just a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is I want to have some color of ink. I just want to brush a little color of ink. So I'm using my blending brushes and a very light hand. And I think I want to go kind of behind that cluster up here. Okay. And then down here at the bottom, I'm going to do another little cluster over here. And I just like that little hint of color that's gonna pop out. And it's not a lot, but it just breaks up that white a little bit. I'm not one of those leave everything white kind of stampers, scrappers. And I think you guys know that about me already, right? Okay, I'm going to use the Elements of Text stamp. Okay, we have different scripts. We have this one, and this one. And I kind of like how close together this one is, but this one's a little smaller and easier to use. I'm going to use it. This one, I feel like I can read really well. I mean, like it actually has words I can read. All of them have an up and a down, and all of them you can read to some degree. But you just need to kind of be aware all right. Now remember that most of that will get covered up, right? I just am not worried about it being perfect. Okay, I like that. Now, I got out the little splatters, and I'm going to do that last because I can put my embellishments in place and then do that very last thing if I want them. But I do want to add some of this teal color as a splatter element. So I have like just a little bottle of water, and I have a brush, and I'm going to pick up some of that color. It's going to be fine because there's a lot of water in there. And I'm just picking it up and pouncing it onto that top where we have that blank space. So I don't know how well you can see that. There's not a ton, but you know, just enough to show. And so if you don't want it to spatter onto your border like this one right there did or whatever, just use a piece of scrap paper and cover up the parts you don't want, like a mask, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you get up here, because honestly, it's all gonna be covered with paper. All right, yay. Okay, let me get out my rag, make sure that's wiped up good. Okay, what do you think so far? Big mess? It's okay, it's okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. And the idea, I obviously have not put very much adhesive on. I'll put some on there. There's something about that notebook punch. I just really love it. I'm going to use my fingers and I'm going to kind of roll these edges back a little. I kind of like the green on the other side. I didn't want to pull a bunch of green in with that Coastal Cabana color because it's a little much. I think on my next page that I make, like using my other papers or whatever, pulling that green in will be amazing. And you know, but I just wanted to use these. I want to make it different because we all have, like, I don't know. I like yellow. It's not that I don't like yellow. It's that I don't use yellow very much. And so every now and then there will be somebody who's like, oh, we love yellow, do something in yellow. And it's a little bit of a challenge for me. A lot of my pictures, don't go with yellow. So yeah, no kidding, Crystal, no kidding. Okay, so there's what I got so far. Now, to seal this down, sometimes I'll take like a little bit of liquid glue and just dot it there and hold it if it isn't like staying the way you want it. But usually you don't need to, because when you get it into the page protector, it will it'll just stay however you put it in. Okay, now we are ready for the spread. So maybe we should start. Well, maybe we'll start with one side and then do the other. Right. So I want this here. I really like how that looks. And remember, we're going to be tucking things into the top and the bottom and the sides. So you don't want to put a ton of adhesive right around every edge. You can always go back in and, you know, squirt a little glue or, you know, add a little adhesive to the edges. This is no rhyme or reason how I'm putting this. I am just, I'm putting it against the edge and I'm trying to be straight. That's all. And then these two will go over here. And this I really like tucked in here. Looks like I need to trim just a shade off of there. Now to put this on, I think I am going to get out my liquid glue. I use a lot of liquid glue in my scrapbooking. As you know, tuck, tuck, tuck. I'm running off my glass mat, that's why I'm having trouble. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this, a little glue under there because that is not wanting to stay. Okay. I like that. I know it's a little crooked, it won't show. It'll be fine. And then on this side, we're going to do the same. Remember, we're going to tuck, so we got to leave a little space. And then we're going to put the pages together so they're nice and even, top and bottom. And then we're going to line this up, okay? I'm pushing hard as I go so that I get that rim, this little rim kind of smashed down. There we go. Okay. All right. And now we need to add whatever we're going to add. Up here, I really like this. I think we'll do this one first, right? I love it. It's so cool looking. And this one we're gonna have to trim. You just trim it to wherever you want it. I'm just guessing, because I don't really know exactly where I want it, but I really do like that. Okay, let's see. Yep, good. I want my words that I stamped to show. I don't want to cover them all up, but I know I'm going to be covering some of it up. And I want this above. It gives me a little tiny space to write if I want to write something there. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, and then can you see both sides? That is a question. All right, and then over here, I definitely want this, and I think I am gonna add just a little tab here. Now, I have my die. I could die cut this in the right shape, you know, to make it match, but I'm not going to. I'm just like, whatever. Okay. I know that that would drive some people really crazy, and I'm sorry. I'm just going to use the other half. Yeah. All right. Now I think it's time to go ahead and put my photo mats on because they're starting to bother me in the scooting around. I'm constantly moving them, and that's driving me nuts. So it's time to put those in place. I feel the need, I don't know why, to go to Joann Fabrics today because ever since they announced that they are closing up shop, I'm so paranoid. It's like I have this weird fear of missing out or something. Now, Steve just got me all the DMC thread I could ever hope for in my whole life, right? He got me every single color for Christmas. And so cross-stitch wise, I'm in good shape. But I could really stand stocking up on interfacing and things like that. So I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to decide if this needs to be carried on to the other side. And I think it kind of does, don't you? I don't know if this strip may be too narrow for this. Let me just see. No, look at that. I can do it. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing this off camera again because it's so messy. It's so messy. Actually, the little strip is a little easier to use. Okay. Yeah. Good idea. All right. I'm gonna put that on there and trim the edge. I'm liking how this is coming together. What do you guys think? Now it needs more black, obviously. We're gonna have to add more black to make this work because you know, these two dots and the words don't quite do it. But I think I'm gonna do that in the way of these. I think I'm gonna make these in black, and that'll add a significant amount of black to the page. That will make it look more even. And now, look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it, but I went the other direction. Okay, so I have some flowers and I have them in different colors. And so now I just need to start kind of arranging a little bit. And I'm going to kind of separate to make it even. I'm putting kind of like a big flower, a small flower, a big flower on each side, just so I have something to play with. Now the other thing that I have, I went ahead and I cut this branch, which could stick out. You know, I could make that poke out somewhere. And the way this works is that one die that I showed you when I was showing Margie that one, it cuts out bits and pieces. So you can kind of see, you could make it yellow or this tealy color, and it chops out several, like one clump and then a whole bunch of littles like this. So you can put them and build your own branch, you know, however you like it. And then there's also a die that cuts like little flowers. I didn't know if I would like that or not. Anyway, so that's what all that little stuff is. You know, if you're into yellow big time, then you know, you could put a branch, we could tuck it in and put clusters wherever you want. And we can build flowers. It takes a little time, you know, to glue them or whatever you're going to do. But just imagine like how, you know, at the end of the day, right, how cool this layout will look with the different flowers and things that you add, and you make it totally your own. So anyway, that's what that is for. I kind of like this way. And then usually the flowers get smaller as you go up the branch. So that's what the smaller ones are for. But anyway, what do you think? Any forsythia? Oh yeah, it does kind of. I have, spring is coming. I'll tell you what, the power company just came to our door this morning and said that they're going to be trimming trees today. Can you believe that? Because of the spring storms. The storms last year were so bad. So yeah, I don't know. This is going to take a little tweaking, I think, for me to decide what I like. I'm kind of more simple with, I don't like to put tons and tons of flowers on page. I do like that. And then I like the big yellow flowers. The other thing I did was some leaves. To make the leaves, what I did was I just brushed this color, which I think is Mossy Meadow. But Mossy Meadow cardstock is very dark. This is a lightened version of the Mossy Meadow. And so I brushed it on a piece of white paper, and then I just cut it out with die cuts. And I really like, you know, how that looks. How it's softer, it's not quite so bold. And it's kind of nice to have some green in there since we've added green by rolling those edges back. So, because you can see it needs a little something. Okay, any thoughts? Anything that you're like, no, I wouldn't do that? Okay, I really like that a lot, actually. And I left a little space for journaling. And now the only thing left is bling. Now, I have my black splots that I want to do. I don't know what you want to call them, splatters, dots, whatever. And then I also have some of these teal colored dots. I got out my Journey colored dots, but I think they're too blue. They're just too much. I also have the little gold bees that would look really great on here. I'm just saying, those would look really good. So it will take me a little bit to glue everything down. I don't think you need to watch me glue. I'll probably put a few things up on my dimensionals, just to make it, you know, pop a little bit. And I want to add some black to the pages, just a little bit. So there's a couple of different splatters. This is the other one. And I'm going to move this a little bit since I don't have it glued down yet. And I'm going to put some black splatters behind there. And I am also going to put some down here behind this flower. I just want it to be a little bit even. You know what I mean? I don't need everything to be like perfect or whatever, but I do kind of feel like it needs a little something. So, all right, that may be too matchy-matchy. I may have to do a little more on that one. Okay. All right. That's my page. I think it looks pretty good. My only thing I have left really is to glue everything down. The title, I was thinking maybe, I like the idea of You Bring the Sunshine, because I kind of wanted to use these for some Florida pictures. I, you know, like that idea. And I'm thinking in black down the bottom. So let's see if they close where you get that stuff. Good question, Margie. I have no idea. I'm sure Amazon has everything. I'm sure you can order. That's probably why they're going out of business, is that, you know, you can get everything online now. But, and cross stitch stuff, there's a lot of independents out there who, you know, have stores and things. I prefer to shop craft stuff in person as much as possible. And it's hard. But there's a lot of people like me out there, you know, who show what they buy, and it helps you decide, you know, like what to get, where, and how to order it, or which thing to order. One of the things I have a problem with Amazon specifically is that you got to know what you're looking for. I feel like you cannot just go on there. I mean, I guess you could go down some rabbit hole and just start looking for things, but it is really hard to know what you're looking for if you don't know what you want. Like, I was looking for a special organizer kind of deal for my kitchen, and it's just everything is a special click, and read the dimensions, and I don't know, it's easier in person. It just is. So, yes. I know I have a small one that I've stamped or something. Hold on a minute. All my little ones that I have are just really yellow. Okay. So anyway, so now that's what I'm gonna go do. Steve likes to sleep in on the weekends. This is his day off, and he likes to sleep in on Friday, but then the rest of the day is go, go, go. It's usually our errand day. He may want to hang around since Amarin is coming around, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay. I like stores. But on the other hand, like I said, I haven't gotten out of the house in so long. It doesn't shock me at all that stores are going out of business, because I think there's a lot of people like me who are like too lazy. I don't want to go out. I don't know. I don't enjoy it like I used to. And so I just don't go. So, all right. I really like that a lot. I like how that looks. Okay, that's all I got. And I will see you guys again on Wednesday. Watch your feed will probably pop up a bunch of cards that I made using the stencils from Wednesday, because I scheduled some posts to pop on, and I really love how those turned out. I think you guys will like them. Let me know what you think when they pop up. I just like to keep things active a little bit. And I will surprise you with what I do on Wednesday. All right. Yay. Have a good one.